me there wasn't one song that you all ran to the second the re-recordings came out. Just ran to full speed, full sprint, saying, I need to listen to the new version, the Taylor's version of this song right away, right this instance. For me, it was Last Kiss. I'm wondering for you guys, what song was it? Unless you just listened to the album front to back and did it in complete sequential order, which typically I would do if it was like a brand new album with brand new songs. But I don't know, for the re-recordings, I just jump immediately to like my faves, and then I go listen to the album from start to finish. Taylor Swift, Speak Now. The moment is here. It has arrived. I've been eagerly anticipating this project ever since she announced its release in the Nashville show. But yeah, guys, to say I'm excited to jump into these vault tracks with you guys is an understatement. You know, I've said quite a few times, and I say it regularly as far as Taylor Swift is concerned, I think this is the best songwriter of our generation. And you know, whenever I do say that, it seems to ruffle a couple feathers. Definitely not the majority, but there definitely seems to be a couple people that pop up in the windworks and don't appreciate that statement. But hey, it's just my opinion. I'm someone that lets the work speak for itself. And my goodness, does Taylor's work do a lot of speaking. It speaks now, I should even say. But yeah, guys, I don't want to waste a lot of your time. I'm sure there's other videos you're going to go watch in relation to this Taylor Swift project dropping. And, you know, that being said, I just want to really send my heartfelt appreciation for the ones that did stop by and decide to watch this video here. Seriously, I appreciate you all from the bottom of my hearts. It's an honor being a Swiftie and being a part of this amazing, welcoming home that we get to call Swifties here. So I just am forever grateful. So same deal as always, I can't post the full songs on YouTube or the video just gets blocked. So for the full edited version, complete full reaction of this album here, you can check that out on my Patreon, along with like a whole ton of other Taylor Swift related content. Links in the description. Okay guys, let's jump into these tracks here. All right, the first track is called Electric Touch, and it is featuring Fall Out Boy. That's fun. Let's jump into it.
Just breathe, just relax, it'll be okay. Just an hour till your car's in the driveway. Just the first time ever hanging out with you. I've got my money on things going badly. Got a history of stories ending sadly. Still hoping that the fire won't burn me just one time.
Already, man, she's painted the picture so vividly already, and that's the beauty of Speak Now in general, is that it's just a massively gorgeous portrait of pictures vividly being painted. Top to bottom, the storytelling in all these songs is unreal, right? And we all know she did her thing on the writing in this album, and she's doing it already on the vault tracks because she's on a date, right? She's out with somebody, and she's already like really questioning how it's gonna go based on her past experiences, living in her shoes while it's happening, and it's one of the many things I've always appreciated about her so very much.
Fill this ghost town up with light, and I want you now. Wanna meet you forever in the heat of your electric touch.
What I appreciate also about this is that it matches the Speak Now era so well. The red vault tracks were so red, right? Like Nothing New and Run. I Bet You Think About Me. She created a whole moment that exists in the world of red, and she's already doing that with the sound of this song. It's so Speak Now.
I'm trying hard not to look like I'm trying, 'cause every time I tried hard for love it fell apart. Just one time.
Ooh.
All I know is
Okay.
this could either break my heart or bring it back to life.
Okay.
Got a feeling your electric touch. Feel this ghost town up with light.
Worked really well on the harmony in the chorus. I thought it fell a little flat in the verse, a little bit, if being honest. But they came back strong. They recovered quickly. I was getting a little concerned there, and then we just came through with those electric harmonies. No, I mean, pun intended, yes.
All I know is this could either break my heart or bring
I love how the break my heart, I love how hard that cuts.
back to life. Got a feeling. All I know is this could either break my heart or bring it back to life. Got a feeling your electric touch.
I really like that chorus, and Taylor particularly. I feel like I'm going to need some time as far as the collaboration part of it goes. I do think it came together well on the chorus, particularly when they were harmonizing. But I just think it's one of those songs I have to listen to again. It just might require revisiting is all. We're going to move on to track 18, When Emma Falls in Love, which I can only assume is about when Emma Watson fell in love with me that time. I'm going to keep between the two of us. See, this is where I rely on you guys for help, assistance in the comments to really just educate me. What Emma? I don't know what Emma we're talking about here. So I don't know if it's somebody close to Taylor. I don't know if it's personal friend of hers. Is she friends with... I know she's friends with a lot of people, but that's just like not a part of the world I really like live in as far as like paying attention to all that stuff. So just let me know. I live in a bubble. So please fill me in, guys.
Calls up her mom, jokes about the ways that this one could go wrong.
Yeah. I feel you, Emma.
She waits and takes her time, 'cause little Miss Sunshine always thinks it's gonna rain.
Okay, yeah, so Emma's been burned. Okay, is there an Emma in the movie Little Miss Sunshine? Hold on, now I gotta look. There is no Emma in the movie Little Miss Sunshine. But I like the Little Miss Sunshine always thinks it's gonna rain, sunshine, rain. Also, we get Taylor coming back with a rain reference. We love that.
She's the kind of book that you can't put down. Like if Cleopatra grew up in a small town.
Oh man, you know how much Cleopatra in a small town would stand out? You wouldn't be able to put her down. That's the reference right there. That's awesome.
And all the bad boys would be good boys if they only had a chance to love her. When Emma falls in love, it's all on her face, hangs in the air like stars in outer space.
Oh, I like this.
When Emma
falls in love,
she disappears and we all just laugh after seeing it all these years.
Everyone's got that friend, right? Everyone's got that friend that falls in love with somebody and all of a sudden they just disappear. Like you don't hear from them for forever. And some people are really offended by that, but when you're friends with somebody long enough and that's their behavior, you just start to laugh at it because you're like, that's who they are. They fell in love. We'll hear from them in a couple years, like if it stops working out, or like when the red hot embers of the beginning stages of love fade and then they come around at some point when the relationships are like super established, right? I mean, that's the reality of life. So it's all good. A lot of us are like that. I feel you. I might even be a little bit like that if I'm being honest, and I'm not super proud of it, but hey, I'm sure Emma isn't either. You just get locked down, man. You fall in love and it's like nothing else in the world matters. That's the power of love. That's why love is just the greatest thing ever.
Falls in love, she's in it for keeps. She won't walk away unless she knows she absolutely has to leave.
Oh.
And she's the kind of book that you can't put down. Like
Think about that line. Absolutely has to. She won't walk away until she absolutely has to leave. If you're a real like lover, you will bear through every ounce of bullshit thrown at you because you hold on to hope. You are hopeful. Loving people that are real lovers at their core are hopeful people, and they hope that the person that they're with and that the situation that they're in can become the situation that they've always dreamed of, or that they dreamed of at one point. And that's what Emma's doing here, and just lots of respect to that. I mean, a lot of us can feel that.
when Emma falls in love, I'm learning.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Emma met a boy with eyes like a man. Turns out her heart fits right in the palm of his hand.
That's interesting. When Emma falls in love, I'm learning. That's the line there, right? So this is a good friend of Taylor's. I gotta take it from that line. And Taylor's an observer, obviously. Like if there's anything she is, it's an observer. With all the songs that she's written and all the detail of those songs. And Taylor's literally saying like that's very direct. There's nothing super, double entendre about that. It's straight up like I see this person falling in love and I learn from the way they love. Taylor's essentially saying it makes me a better person. I mean, she's been saying in the song that like she wants to be Emma sometime. That's such an interesting line, man. I really like that line.
Emma met a boy with eyes like a man. Turns out her heart fits right in the palm of his hand.
Eyes like a man. There's a lot of boy eyes out there. So nice line again.
Little does he know his whole world's about to change.
Vibrato.
Yeah, between me and you, sometimes I wish it was her.
Yeah, of course of course, because you're learning. This is someone you're learning from. Like so many of us, I have. Shout out to my best friends in the world, right? There's a couple of them that are just near and dear to my heart. My absolute there's nobody I'm closer to, and there's certain things about them that I learn from, and then there's certain things about them that make me want to be them. Just certain characteristics and qualities that I particularly admire about them, so I can relate to a song like this. So yeah, I really like that one. Okay, let's go to I Can See You, track 19. That's all too familiar right there.
I've been watching you for ages, and I spend my time trying not to feel it. But what would you do if I went to touch you now? What would you do if they never found us out? What would you
scandalous.
do if we never made up?
Oh, I like this. It's a little scandalous. Some of it's in the sound of the song and the lyrics as well. Obviously, I dig the sound of this so far. It's so catchy.
And we kept everything professional, but something's changed. It's something I like.
So office romance is what's happening here, right? This song's about Jim and Pam. She wrote a song about Emma, and now she's writing a song about Jim and Pam.
You won't believe half the things I see inside my head. Wait till you see half the things that haven't happened.
Hey, Taylor, tell me about those things. What are those things that haven't happened yet that are inside your head? What is that?
You do if I went to touch you now.
What would you do?
If we never found us out, what would you do if we never made up?
Yo, I'm gonna say right now, I'm seeing Taylor real soon in concert, and I wouldn't be mad if she sang this song as one of the secret songs, one of the couple secret songs that she does. Just bust out the acoustic guitar and jam this one out and sing. This is a live song right here, and I'm hoping that these vault tracks are up on the table for the rest of the tour, because I'm gonna be there soon. My date's coming up real soon here, and hey, I wouldn't be mad about it if she busted this one out, as well as a certain couple others that are still on the table. It's the wall with me. I mean, what would you do if you only knew that I can see you? Isn't that what we all want, right? It's just to be seen. That's what every single one of us want, ultimately at our core, is to be seen. So like, this song isn't super complex lyrically. For me, it's more about the sound and the melody and the catchiness of it. But even when she's not writing something super complex, there's still a huge takeaway, and it's that we just all want to be seen. Oh my god, that was so she's chicken and I'm on the bleachers. That was so You Belong With Me. Hold on, I'm not alone on that, right? Yeah, oh my gosh. You're gonna have to tell me who Taylor had an office romance with and what office this woman was ever working at in her life. We know Taylor wasn't working at an office where she started so young. She was a kid, so she never had that kind of job, but you can think about it as more of an analogy for her being with somebody in the business, as opposed to an actual office environment. So it's cool to think about it in that way. What you're looking for has been here the whole time. You Belong With Me is stuck in my head on that bridge. It's basically the song. The way she's singing that at the end too, she's adding a little bit of, a little sexy touch there at the end, with the vocal style there at the end. All right, again, that one's just super catchy, super catchy. Okay, we're gonna go to Castles Crumbling, which is featuring the Hayley Williams, and it is the 4th track in the vault tracks. Let's do it.
I was held up so high, I used to be great. They used to cheer when they saw my face.
Oh.
Now I fear.
Yeah.
I have fallen from grace, and I feel like my castle's crumbling down, and I watch all my bridges burn to the ground, and you don't want to know me. I will just let you down.
I don't know if she's talking about falling out of public favor, or if she's talking about falling out of the favor of the person that she's with. Because now she's saying, you don't want to know me now. She's saying, you don't want to know me now with the next person she's with in the next relationship. Like, because of before, the last person I was with just kind of stopped putting me on this pedestal, unfortunately. Or because I'm letting the outside world and the way they're viewing me, I'm really letting that affect me so much that it's getting into my relationships now, and now like I'm projecting that onto the people that I'm with. I'm saying like, hey, you don't want to know me because no one likes me. It's either way, it's pretty devastating, man.
I was the great hope for a dynasty. Crowds would hang on my words, and they trusted.
Hey, Hayley gets to sing.
Pushed it too far.
Yo, this is really good.
Ones I love tried to help, so I ran them off.
Yeah.
And here I sit alone behind walls of regret.
Hold up. This is like The Last Great American Dynasty meets The Great War. It's real. This is my favorite song so far from these vault tracks. I really like this a lot, as well as the Emma song, as well as we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that to the end. We're not gonna get myself into this jumble mix of trouble right now. All right. Once I was the great hope for a dynasty. Crowds would hang on my words, and they trusted me. Like, you were really that person. You were at the head of everything, and everyone was looking at you as this hope, as this larger than life person. The power went to my head, and I couldn't stop. I pushed everyone. Like, loved ones were trying to help me out. They could see that I was sort of crumbling under this pressure of being under the magnifying glass and having all this love and people in the palm of my hands. They try to help me, but I just pushed them away, and now I just am alone here behind these walls of regret. And I love the walls line because I imagine this like huge castle like situation, and like you're sort of the queen of everything, and I just picture a huge wall now, quite literally. And then she says like, I feel like my castle's crumbling down. This is so good. This is so fucking good. This is the best one so far, I think.
Crumbling down, and I watch all my bridges burn to the ground, and you don't want to know me. I will just let you down.
It's great, man. I watched all my bridges burn to the ground. The people can no longer get to me. I've destroyed that pathway between us, as well as the loved ones that she pushed away, right? So good. Where's the pen? Double pen. Pen.
People look at me like I'm a monster. Now they're screaming that the palace front gates used to chant my name. Now they're screaming that they hate me.
Oh man, used to chant my name. Now they're screaming that they hate me. So direct.
I wanted you to hate me. I will just let you down. My castle's crumbling down.
It's crumbling down.
You don't wanna know me now.
This is so good. This is so good. Fuck, that's a great song. That is a great song. You don't wanna know me now. I love that right there too. I could have used a couple more. You don't wanna know me now. It's just so catchy. I'll be the one to say it, I guess. I know that these are vault tracks and they were written, back then and just not included on the album, so they were written a long time ago. This does feel like the Matty Healy response. Not something I typically would even bother getting into, but it's a well-timed song, and that's all I'll say. And thinking about it in that light, God, do I appreciate the lyrics. I'm not perfect. That's pretty much it. Like, I am not perfect. I am put on this pedestal that I didn't necessarily even ask for, and I am just not perfect. All right, let's try and move ourselves past what was my favorite. We're not gonna top that. I know there's 2 tracks left. If we top that, I'll be shocked. That was fucking amazing. God, that was so good. All right, Foolish One is the next track.
My cards are on the table, yours are in your hand. Chances are tonight you already got plans, and I will block out these voices of reason in my head.
Yeah, you can't help that.
And the voices say you are not the exception. You will never learn your
you are not the exception.
Foolish one, stop checking your mailbox for confessions of love that ain't never gonna come.
You know what I love about this? This feels so 2010. This feels so 2010 rom-com. Even though it's a sad song so far, it feels very 2010 rom-com.
This is something we'll laugh about over coffee every morning while you're watching the news.
It's a very specific vision of the future. It's a lot of hope that she's got here. She learned that from Emma, though. She learned that from Emma.
But then the voices say you are not the exception.
Those fucking voices, man, they will ruin every ounce of hope and projection that you've got within yourself, won't they? Those voices are just such a killer.
You got her on your arm and me in the wings.
Damn.
I'll get your longing glances, but she'll get your ring.
And she'll get the coffee and the news in the future and all that too, probably.
You will say you had the best of intentions, and maybe
I love that by the way, I'm going a little bit back here, but I love that now I'm sliding down the wall with my head in my hands. You picture that, right? The head in your hands and the sliding down the wall, and you end up on the ground, just kind of in tears, if we're being straight up about it.
I will finally learn my lesson. Foolish one, stop checking your mailbox for confessions of love that ain't never gonna come. No, he just wasn't the one.
That's right. That's right. I mean, that's what it comes down to. The day's gonna come for your confessions of love. Your day will come for your turn. Songs doesn't feel like it's 5 minutes and 11 seconds. It doesn't really feel like 5 minutes and 11 seconds. Maybe it will on other listens, multiple listens, but for the first listen, it doesn't feel long like that. And it's, again, I go back to it's super 2010 rom-com. Could fit right into when at some point somebody has a situation that doesn't work out with somebody because that somebody had their eyes on other people, right? And they were just the person waiting in the wing while the other person was getting the real attention from that person, the real love from that person. This would have worked as the song that you overlay during that. I can just picture it right now, man. Somebody's got to get on that. Some film director that's making the next rom-com of sorts. All right, last track. Sadly, I know, on the vault track, Timeless.
Down the block there's an antique shop, and something in my head said stop, so I walked in. On the counter was a cardboard box, and the sign said photos 25 cents each. Black and white, saw a 30s bride and 2 lovers laughing on the porch of their first house. The kind of love that you only find once in a lifetime.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of when you go to buy a picture frame and there's already like a stock photo in the frame. And every once in a while, I consider just leaving the stock photo in the frame because it's such a good photo of like a couple or family and their kids or whatever, and they just look so happy and I don't know, man, just like good vibes. I just don't want to take the photo out and replace it with the whole reason I even bought the frame, was to put a photo, like my photo in there that I have. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Sometimes you come across gems of photos, even though like what she's finding photos that were real situations, and those stock photos are just like set up, they're models and actors and whatnot, but still, maybe someone gets what I mean. Like some of those stock photos hit real hard.
In those photos I saw us instead.
Okay.
And somehow I know that you and I would have found each other, even if we'd met on a crowded street in 1944 and you were headed off to fight in the war. It still would have been mine. We would have been timeless. I would have read your love letters every single night and prayed to God you'd be coming home alright, and you would have been fine. We would have been timeless.
I mean, the photos she had were like super old, right? They're from a 30s bride, black and white. So yeah, she's picturing like living that life quite literally. It's also quite romantic, the whole thought of it all. I mean, it's not a situation I'd want to be in or anyone would want to be in, but she's working with the situation that she has based on the photo. This is what a songwriter does. They very specifically live in the world of what their idea already is. So that's what she's doing with this song, and I really like it already.
There was one of a teenage couple in the driveway, holding hands on the way to a dance, and the date on the back said 1958, which brought me back to the first time I saw you. Time stood still like something in this old shop. I thought about it as I started looking round at these precious things that time forgot.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's, man, time forgot. Yeah, because this very precious photo is just sitting here at this shop. Did she say where? Antique shop. Yeah, this antique shop just has this precious photo collecting dust just sitting there. It's, you know, it's kind of sad, but she noted it herself. And the fact that she made a whole song just based on walking into its antique shop, you know, that's what this is. She's got a whole song off of that here.
That's when I came upon a book covered in cobwebs, story of a romance torn apart by fate.
I kind of want a music video for this.
Hundreds of years ago they fell in love like we did.
It's a perfect Speak Now song. It feels very back to December in its sound.
1500s off in a foreign land, and I was forced to marry another man. You still would have been
It's so smart, so smart. So smart, using the photo and then creating her own story, using the book now, creating her own story, intertwining, you know, her love interest in the story. So fucking smart, man. Pen. I dropped my other pen and I want to throw multiple pens. That's all I got. But Taylor deserves all the pens. Here's another pen. Pen. Just mad pens all over the place. Marker. Everything. So good. So smart, man. This is such a perfect song, not only to have on this Speak Now album, but to close out the project with, because it maintains that magical, enchanted feel that the album gives you in general. And it's just like a perfect track for Speak Now. And, you know, overall, that's what she did again. She gave us tracks here that just fit the feel of this album so well. She did the same thing on Red. She did the same thing on Fearless. She's going to do the same thing, I'm sure, on her other re-recordings. I cannot wait. I even have like a small, I'm going to be honest, something tells me, and not that she needs to, she does not need to. Nobody works harder in the business than this woman. But I get the inkling. Something is just scratching at me, telling me she's working on another original album. I don't know why, man, but when you go through life experience and you're someone like her, the writer of her level, you typically write about it. And I just feel like something's coming. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm cool, man. We've got so much content in the meantime. When Emma Falls in Love and Castles Crumbling are probably my two favorites from these 6. But I also do really like Timeless. And I Can See You is just like super catchy. I feel like I need to revisit the song just to live in its catchiness again. But yeah, she did it again. She absolutely did it again. What else is new? This is no surprise whatsoever. She's blessed us with these vault tracks.